Hey everybody, today is canning day. I am going to turn all of this beautiful stuff on the counter into peach salsa and can it in my water bath canner. So I grew the tomatoes, the onions, and the banana peppers. These peaches and the sweet peppers I bought at the store. I use the ball preserving canning Bible for my recipes. I will link it in the description. This particular recipe is called summer salsa. I do not put it in the cilantro or the mint because we're just not cilantro or mint people. So what we do first as the jars are preparing is we need to chop everything up, and then we'll throw it over here in the stainless steel pan and cook it up before we put it in the cans. So time to get chopping. Okay, tomatoes are already in the pot. Now time to put everything else in the pot. Peppers, onions, peaches, everything into the pot. I have a canning confession. I do not take the skins off of the tomatoes or the peaches. I know you're supposed to. I don't. Nobody tastes them or chews them up or complains about them, and there's vitamins there, so we leave them in there. Now, let's see. We turn stuff on and bring this fruity mixture into a boil. Another quick tip, I put the tomatoes into a colander after I chop them so the excess water can drain out, so you don't have really soupy, watery salsa. Alright, now we wait while it boils. I am now taking my hot jars out of the canner to get ready to pack them up with salsa. On the stove here, I also have the lids in a nice little pot of hot water. You want to boil those up, get them nice and hot. Alright, so I have my 6 prepared jars. Just one last stir. I think I'm going to switch to a ladle. And I have this fun little canning funnel, just so you make less of a mess. And it has measurements on it, and you want to do a 1/2 inch of headspace for each jar. And remember, you can always go back. You're going to have to go back, get out the air bubbles, and adjust. Always prepare the number of jars the recipe says. Sometimes I have more, sometimes I have less. So you can adjust as you go. This one is too full. Hot, and it's very hot. Don't be like me. I need to do some adjusting. Next step is to get a wet kitchen towel. Wipe off the tops of your jars. You want them to be clean so that they can get a good seal. And then place your lids on top. I am relatively new to canning. I've only been doing it for 3 years. Still learning. Oh, the last one is floating and it doesn't want to come up. Okay. So, once we have them all lined up, take the rings and screw them on till they're finger tight. Last step, back into the canner. Okay, we want them to be covered with water. I need a little bit more. Turn them up on high. Place the top on. Let it come to a boil. Once it's boiling, you let them boil in there for 20 minutes. Turn the heat off, take the top off, let them sit for 5 minutes. Then put them on a clean kitchen towel on your counter for 24 hours. You don't want to mess with them, try to open them or anything. Let them seal themselves, cool down, seal themselves. And then the next day, you can either take the rings off and put them away with just the lids or leave the rings on. It's totally up to you. I usually take 1 or 2 and take the rings off and make sure that the lid is sealed tightly. And then I put it back on. I just like to have them on in the cupboard. And that's all that is to it. So if you want to know more about gardening, more about preserving, more about playing around in the kitchen and the garden, please like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye-bye.